What's up, Internet? So I want to talk about basic income because I'm tired of seeing you struggle. Um, so, no free money means that it's a social disaster. How are disabled people supposed to get doctors? How are disabled people supposed to get lawyers, right? Which is what you need to get a disability supplement. To get accepted as Social Security, you have to have professional representation. They won't accept you otherwise. So, holographic money basic income, which I am not on Social Security, by the way. Um, Holographic money basic income is this idea that there should be a free tier, and the free tier should be about 1/3. People who work should make 3 to 4 times what the free tier makes. So the people who work are definitely rewarded. You're not going to feel like you don't have anything for working. And the people who don't work won't starve and die. They'll be able to survive, right? So holographic money has a 369 plan. The 3 is for free, no decimal. So the cents become 333. You just get 333 a day, no decimal. 666 is for the government. And so the government loses the ability to print money for itself. The government loses the ability to control what happens by money control. Because when money is printed at people's debt and taxed, and when there's no basic source for anybody, what ends up happening is people have to slave to have money. People become um, basically, their lives are controlled by where the money went. You know, what did they print the money for? What are they actually interested in paying you for? Like my dad made war weapons. He didn't have to, but he did because there was no other way to survive. You wanted to have a house, to have a family, you had to hook up to the money printer, and that was defense spending, right? So I'm against it. I think it sucks. And so holographic money basic income means that everybody gets 3 a day for free. Kids, old people, the disabled, the people who don't want to work, free. The government gets 6. So the government just gets double, right? But what the government gets is it gets what they do put on the money. So if you're living a life of actual service, if you're an actual hero, you're going to have more money out there with your life on it than anybody else. And you're going to have your money out there showing you doing useful things that people need, right? So holographic money is a really cool idea. The two parts of basic income, capped government pay at a ratio of just 2 times what basic income is, and then your life gets put on the money. And my goal is that the people who do work, they work out of competition. Like, it should be easy. Like, hey, I've got a new product idea. Oh, yeah, yeah. You could put it in with our other distribution. It's not like you have to fight other people to exist. You should just be able to. Like, I make custom crayons, right? I do charcoal sticks dipped in crayon. I ought to be able to put together 30 and send it up for like and sell it. We got an inventory of 30 of them. Hey, anyone who wants them, we'll put them in a delivery drone. You pay the fee and you get it, however many holographic dollars. So, see, the outvent is the spot auction, so there's no more taxes. The government's not able to make up, oh yeah, we'll pay $1 trillion for defense and we'll owe it back to someone sometime. That's a mess. That's a mess. It sucks. Instead, it'll be we have to do this. Get the devil's crew. Make a devil's crew position. Somebody, oh, we need this job. It'd be basically what they would do for doing it is appearing on the money, which doesn't sound like a lot, but it is when you're considering double. You're a part of the organization, and you'll be immortalized on a time-space certificate of happening. That's the thing about holographic money is it's a time-space certificate of happening. So yeah. And it's a really good idea. Like I do speed paint holograms. I'm an object per second speed painter. I do per second multiple times what most people need hours to accomplish. Once, right? And I can do it over and over. So you could trust me. I don't really stand to benefit from this. I make more money without holographic, honestly. And with holographic, I would just have the peace of mind of knowing it's not being run like a criminal enterprise, which it is. Like, they print the money at your debt and tax it for war to kill your sons, and then they're happy disappearing with the girls when the men go off to die. That's their pattern. Is they send the boys off to die, and then they get the girls for their private parties, and that's what the real government is. It's not any of the pomp. Oh, we're American. God is about circumcision. They just say that so you believe it, right? They want you to get circumcised, so they're going to act faithful to fool you, right? Like the religion talks about fools. Oh, don't be a fool. You're a fool for listening to them, But they won't tell you that because they got you. Oh, we beat the fools, right? So anyway, yeah, holographic money is my idea. It's a better way to run the world system. There's no border because the AI watches body continuity. So like Mexicans would be able to come back into South America. Southern America is probably the right way to say it. Um, and the people who were displaced, because then the AI would just be like, yeah, you could visit, and if you do like some real shady shit like make victims, which I'm sure most would say they don't, and I'm totally fine with that, but if you did, it would call you out. It'd be like, that's who he is. It tracks body continuity. It's the AI knows who you are based on body continuity. It has nothing to do with your name. It has nothing to do with an identity. It has to do with who physically went where, right? And so I'm sure like part detective, part just camera on every corner. Sorry it came to that, but it really is like you could keep for history who you are. Imagine that every little conversation you have matters. Imagine that you're not just like, oh, I just like, we hung out and told jokes and it disappeared to nowhere. No, no, no. The computer heard. The computer heard what you said and how funny it was, and people laughed, and maybe it can give you some holographic dollars about that. Right. So anyway, the Outfin is a spot auction. So anything that's like a spaceship seat, a piece of land, whatever it is there's a competitive auction, right? Who wants that? Well, you have to fight with the money, and whoever has the most wins. But that's the money that disappears from circulation. The money that disappears is the winners, right? So, and if you lose, you keep your money so you can spot auction on something else. So, and that's the outfit from now on. It replaces taxes. The government gets money from the Devil's Crew, and that's it. The Devil's Crew can't charge; they have to do it all for free. And so, if getting paid double and having your life appear on it isn't enough motive, and it needing to be done isn't enough motivation to do it, then it's not worth doing. Right? So, and a lot of government thing is they denied you basic income, they denied you a source hookup, and so you have to do this job because it's the only positions they invented, which usually involves like education, enslaving kids, right? Education's hella enslaving. I hate education. They waste your time. Education is a total time vampire. They want you in your youth to have nothing, which is really sad, I feel like. So, yeah. It's that breeding curse that love isn't real, it's about breeding. But anyway, yeah, holographic money. And it has an end, AI Spaceship Core. But basically, the problem with the way it is now is you have no material hookup for anybody that's substantial. There's no way for people to survive off any of the social programs, be it EBT or you'll be homeless. You'll be homeless. You'll be homeless and waiting for a doctor to approve it for years, basically, which is horrible. You have old people getting jobs because they had something happen. Their material provider left them out of the will or whatever it was, you know. And so, yeah, it just sucks, man. You need a basic income. So the strategy of a basic income, the people who actually work outside of the government, like the civilian side, can easily make 1,000 holographic dollars a day. So that, and you're not paying people per hour usually. You might have to do that for like guards or managers who might need to be there all the time, but for the most part, you can pay workers for what they physically accomplish. And then that's how you do it. So you want to keep your holographic dollars about your life. You want to store up some so you could win a spot auction, you need a job. It still has like work benefits, but it'll remove that whole like I stood at a cash register and got $10 an hour. Nah, you got paid for every item that went through the cash register, right? So I think that's a way better system. Um, it's like every item gets a markup per person that touches it, and then it's really efficient. Then the movers get compensated. So centralized distribution, more AI air electric. Drones aren't that loud. If a drone is flying right overhead near you, you'll hear it, but it disappears from sound way sooner than a helicopter. Helicopters and jet airplanes are way louder than drones are. Yeah, by a lot. So even the freaking gasoline vehicles are louder. So yeah, holographic money is the economy overhaul. I made it. So you know it's not fucking stupid. And it's not a hoax. It's not meant to ruin your life. Um, Money printed at your debt and taxed and only for war. What time do you think it is? It's so gold wins. Well, where's the gold empire? Hundreds of millions of miles of underground hidden territory. You're not allowed to look. The Lord said no trespassing. So, yeah, it's pretty suspicious. And holographic money fixes a lot of problems. So, holographic money basic income. You should not resist AI because you'll lose jobs. You should accept AI and argue for basic income. That's smarter. You don't want to work forever. You don't want to work forever, do you? Do that. You do you. Stop asking everyone to work forever just because you're weird about it. Do you have to work in competition? Do grocery stores need to open chains right next to each other to try to outcompete? Is that fun? Keeps prices low. No, it keeps people desperate and shark like. Wastes everyone's time, is what it does. So, if they would tell you about God to circumcise you, they would certainly tell you about your free nation to enslave you. So, ask the natives who the white people are. They'll tell you. So, I've given you a better plan, holographic money. It's the best idea you've never had. It had to come from me for you to have it. So, hope you listen.